Today, let's talk about packing art supplies for vacation. Here's what I brought with me: a watercolor palette, a sketchbook, a pencil case, eraser, some white gouache pencil, a couple pens, and these 3 watercolor pens. My goal was to have enough supplies to do some fun things, but not so much that I didn't want to have to carry all of it. Obviously, if you're not going to be doing any watercolor paintings, your supplies are going to differ a little bit. My very messy watercolor palette is a metal palette by Meeden. It was about $14 on Amazon when I bought it last year, and I really like it because it has 24 pans, so you can do all sorts of colors in it, and it has built-in mixing areas, which is nice. My watercolors are Shin Han and Core that I've put into there. I carried everything in this custom pencil case that's kind of small for just a few supplies in order to make sure I didn't lose anything in my bag, and that worked out pretty good. I decided to buy a special sketchbook for this trip. It's a Field Artist 5x5 watercolor sketchbook. It's nice and compact, and it cost about $12. It has 48 cold press pages that I really wanted to fill, but that didn't happen. Here's a few of the things that I did put in. It worked nicely for pen, and it worked pretty good for watercolor. It was a lot different painting in the heat than I'm used to. I have very little experience painting water and beaches. I'm a mountain girl, so this was all a new experience, but it was kind of fun. I treated it more like just a relaxing activity rather than even practice, just kind of something to take my mind off of things. I tried to work a lot on perspective and just kind of seeing what I saw or taking bits and pieces and creating new landscapes. Like this wall was actually near the pool where I was, but I wanted it to be on the beach, so that's how I painted it. I had kind of set myself a goal to try to fill this whole thing up, and that didn't happen, but that's okay because I wanted it to be a relaxing activity and I didn't want it to be stressful. So here's a few of those more up-close things that I was able to do. It comes with this kind of fold-out part, and I think that's meant to help you protect the one underneath it, but I had a really hard time figuring out how to put it in there without bending the paper. That's probably just user error. Or maybe it's just so you can make a nice long panorama. You might be wondering, in addition to what I packed, how in the world I packed or painted on a beach vacation. And the way I would do this is I wanted to be in the shade, so I sat in the shade and I put kind of everything on my lap. And because I was using those watercolor pens, I didn't have to have a water jar or really anything that needed to be around me, and I could just kind of squeeze off the excess either into my palette or into kind of one of my empty glasses next to me, and I just held my sketchbook, and it was nice and relaxing. I did notice that because you're kind of in constrained environments, I tended to usually only use one of the watercolor pens at any one time because I don't know, I didn't want to have to switch them out, and you'll see that I just kind of squeeze it off, and having those pans right on there where I could mix the colors directly from my palette was really nice and easy to have. So anyways, it was a wonderful way to relax, and I highly recommend making the space in your luggage for actually doing a little artwork, as long as you'll find it relaxing to do while you're away on vacation. When I tested out these watercolor pens, one of the observations I made was they'd be nice to travel with, so you didn't have to have a huge assortment, plus your cups of water and things like that, and they really were, so I stand by that. If you would like to buy these off of Amazon, that's where I bought mine from. And they cost me about $10 for a set of 6. It looks like you can spend around $7 for a set of 3, so... Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I hope that this helped you see maybe the minimum necessary supplies to take so that you can do a little art on vacation. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe.